Hello. I've gathered you all here today to talk about one phrase. Is it pink, sis? That is a crazy phrase that we would never have ever have heard if we didn't live in 2024. This is something that is so deep and gross that I just had to share it with you. We are going to be talking about an OnlyFans creator named It's Camilla today. Her full name is Camilla Araujo. She said it specifically a specific way. I don't know how to speak her language, but that's how she said it. And she has involved her little brother, who is under the age of 18, from anything that I can see, into her content. It's gross. It's gross when you have an adult film area that is fully okay if you are a consenting adult and you are involving children into it. Children are off limits. They are blatantly off limits. It doesn't matter what the crime is, children are off limits. So let's talk about a couple things that she's done today. The first thing I want to show you is her TikTok account. She has about 2.5 million followers, which is not a small amount of followers. And she really didn't get her only start from just doing TikTok content and being an OnlyFans creator. She actually got her start from Mr. Beast Squid Games. Now that's a whole nother story. We're talking about Mr. Beast Squid Games putting an OnlyFans creator onto Jack Doherty so he can take advantage of her. That's insane. And you wouldn't expect this person right here from this picture to become someone who's an OnlyFans creator. But after a while, she got in contact with a fella named Jack Doherty. If you don't know Jack Doherty, he's a kick streamer. He's kind of the scum of the earth. I won't even lie. I haven't seen a single positive thing about him ever on my timeline. It's absolutely gross. It's something you don't like to see. And it's definitely something you don't want around your older sister, because he almost immediately got her involved in OnlyFans. And a lot of people, and she herself has even said, I like Jack Doherty. He didn't take advantage of me. But ultimately, don't all people in abusive relationships think they're not being taken advantage of? Isn't that a common thing for people to think? Which goes back to my point about her brother. So her brother is in a lot of her videos, a ton of her videos. Almost 1 in 10, I'd say, her brother is in. And let me just show you an example of these said videos. This is a video that she posted with her brother on the beach. And it goes something like this. Okay, so real quick, let's look at those 3 faces she made at the end of that video. I mean, it's pretty suggestive. I think we can all realize what you're talking about there, Camilla. It's pretty obvious what you're talking about there. Right next to your brother, who is probably 100 pounds soaking wet. There's no absolute way, with the way that he looks right there, that he is an adult. Specifically a consenting adult. And obviously, I'm not insulting him on his weight. I'm not talking about his physique. I'm not a super buff guy myself. I'm a skinny guy as well. But when you have 0 fat like that, normally it's a sign that you just went through something called puberty. And you know when you go through that? Right around when you're age 16. Which means that you should be old enough to understand that asking, is it pink, is something that's unacceptable. Like in this video.
So how does it feel that I am basically your whole reason that you're sitting in this room, have an Audi R8 in this nice studio?
I'm not telling you this again. You are not the reason I have money.
That's another thing to mention. She literally has a supercar that's pink. R8, Audi R8. Great car, by the way. But golly, bro. Exploiting your siblings is lucrative, bro. I also want to quickly mention, you're using the podcast mic wrong. You are using it with a Rode Video Go microphone.
I get this question way too much, even in school. Basically, everywhere I go, if I ever get recognized. What do they mean if it's pink?
Dude, I told you.
Don't hit me with the car.
Before we get to that point, before we get to a point of questioning the weirdness of this question, he's like 16 years old. We've already kind of explained that. He is 16 years old. He knows what "is it pink" means. He knows damn well. His parents know what "is it pink" means. And there's been multiple times on these podcasts where they talk to their parents who were presumably sitting behind the camera about things on the camera. His parents know that this is happening and they're allowing it. Even worse than the sister, even worse than the kid going along with it because he's a kid, the parents are going along with this both ways. It's gross. It's disgusting.
Bro, I don't know what I have to tell you, but
You're hiding something clearly.
I'm not hiding anything.
Say that shit with a straight face.
It is my Audi R8.
No, it's not. You have a pink. Okay, there's so many things that's pink. Literally, look, there's so much shit that's pink that it can't just be your Audi R8.
That's like the most expensive pink thing.
Okay, hold on.
Or, I mean, it could be
Maybe
the
like a hot or cold game.
It just gets weirder and weirder as things progress. And I think ultimately, I don't put it on her as her fault that she is bringing her brother around these bad influences. I mean, ultimately, that's just her brother. She's been raised to be like this. But the core problem behind it isn't her. It isn't her brother, but it's her parents. Her parents are allowing this 16-year-old kid to be around her when she is doing something that is, in my opinion, a moral wrong. You shouldn't involve your child brother in something that is clearly an adult thing. It's wrong, and she's clearly doing it for this momentary happiness that he is getting. Here's an example right here where she says, "Horrible sister bringing your brother around this environment." And she just doesn't even understand what the comment is meaning. She just thinks that it's some type of monetary thing. It's not a monetary thing. Nobody cares about how much money you have in your bank account. We care about this kid having long-term happiness and not needing therapy because his sister keeps telling him to ask if it's pink.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it sucks. Look at this.
it actually sucks. Oh my
We
God.
are in the trenches, people. This is horrible. He is damn near in the hood. What are we gonna
No, it's just gross. It's wrong. It's just gross. And I just wanted to show one more picture of her podcast because when I said that she doesn't have any podcast, I was lying. She does have a podcast that she has 2 full videos on, but they were filmed 3 months ago and the brother never appears. The most we have is this picture right here of her, again, using the podcast mic in the wrong way, setting it up to a mobile camera. So a mobile, it literally could be connected to your phone, these Rode video microphones, and I've done it before. Why is she doing this? It doesn't make sense. It's weird, it's gross, and you're probably thinking, she's probably responded to these allegations. Well, she has. And just like I said before, with the one with her brother, that he is not in a bad situation, she doesn't understand why people are criticizing her. They are not criticizing you because you have no money. They are criticizing you because you are putting your child brother through something that he should never have to go through at that age. Maybe if he's 18 and there was 2 consenting adults and the parents were not in the picture, it would be okay. But the parents are clearly in the picture, or at least you're putting the narrative out there that they are. You are in the picture. You are supposed to be a role model as an older sister. And instead of keeping your money private, you want to shove it in somebody's face and involve them in your immoral activities. Again, immoral because he's a minor. Anyways, let me know what your opinion on this entire situation is in the comments. You might disagree with me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm willing to change my opinion if somebody can give me a good counter argument. So let me know.